Okay, so we've all seen the headlines, right? Robots taking over jobs, like leaving us humans with nothing to do.
Yeah.
And, like it's easy to imagine like a robot flipping burgers
Right.
or sorting packages, but robot teachers, that's where I think it starts to get interesting.
Yeah, at the whole other level.
So we're diving into an excerpt today that asks that very question.
Okay.
Can robots actually replace teachers?
Hmm.
And let me tell you, it gets pretty thought-provoking.
I think it's interesting how we kind of assume that some jobs just require a human touch. You know what I mean?
Like teaching.
Teaching, exactly. Like empathy and creativity and like, a certain something that maybe robots just can't replicate.
Right.
But this excerpt really pushes us to consider, what if we're underestimating AI? Like, what if AI can actually do those things?
That's a good question. Well, this excerpt actually throws out a pretty bold prediction.
Yeah.
From a British education expert.
Okay.
Who says that robots will be the main instructors in classrooms by 2027. I mean, that's like tomorrow.
Yeah, that is really soon.
So what do you make of that?
Well, I think predictions are always tough, especially with tech because things change so rapidly.
Yeah?
But honestly, I think the timeline is less important than the question itself, like what could robots in education even look like?
Yeah.
And this excerpt actually highlights some potential benefits, which I think are really worth exploring.
Okay, so I admit, like the whole robot teacher thing kind of freaks me out.
Yeah.
But I'm also kind of intrigued.
Yeah. Well, one of the big ones is personalized learning.
Okay.
Okay, so imagine a robot that can analyze each student's facial expressions, movements, even like brain signals.
Whoa.
And then tailor the information specifically to them. So we're talking about like algorithms that can actually adjust the pace, the complexity, even the type of content based on how a student is responding.
That's wild.
Like in real time.
It's almost like having like a personal tutor for every single student.
Right.
But like, how would that even work in a classroom? Like a real classroom setting?
Well, that's a great question, and it's something that researchers are actually working on right now.
Oh, wow.
So one approach is to develop AI systems that can monitor students' engagement through different sensors and adjust the lesson based on that.
Okay.
So, for example, if a student seems confused, the robot could slow down, offer more examples, or even like suggest a completely different activity.
So it's not just like robots standing at the front of the class lecturing.
No, not at all.
It's like creating this really interactive and adaptive learning environment.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm starting to see how this could be appealing.
Right. And this actually ties into another potential benefit that the excerpt talks about.
Okay.
Addressing teacher shortages.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah.
Especially in certain communities. So robots obviously don't experience burnout.
Sure.
They don't need salaries. They're happy to teach anywhere. I mean, in some cases, wouldn't having a robot teacher be better than having no teacher at all?
It's a complex issue. There are definitely situations where robots could provide education that just wouldn't be available otherwise.
Yeah.
But, the excerpt also acknowledges that there's another side to all of this, like the human element.
Right.
Which is obviously super important in education.
Right. And that's what I keep coming back to. Think about like those teachers who really made a difference in your life.
Yeah.
It wasn't just about explaining things well.
Right.
It was about their passion, their encouragement, their ability to like connect with you.
Exactly.
On a personal level. Could a robot ever do that?
That is a very important question. And it brings up some like ethical considerations.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
With robot teachers. So while robots might be able to give information really effectively, the role of a teacher goes way beyond that.
Right.
Teachers are mentors, role models. They help students develop social skills and emotional skills. And these are all like very human qualities that we haven't really seen robots fully grasp yet.
So where does that leave us? Is it like robots versus humans?
Right.
Or is there some kind of middle ground?
Well, the excerpt suggests that maybe robots would be most effective as teacher assistants.
Okay.
So think about all the tasks teachers have that aren't directly related to instruction, like grading, paperwork, lesson planning.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff.
What if robots could handle that?
Right.
Then the human teachers could focus on those higher level interactions with students.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Like my email inbox is practically run by robots at this point.
Right.
And it's probably for the best.
Exactly.
So robots grading papers, maybe that's not so scary.
Exactly. It's about using technology in a strategic way to enhance and support, not replace human teachers.
Right.
But we also have to think about the challenges.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, how do we protect data privacy when robots are collecting all this information on students' behavior, learning patterns? And how do we design these systems so that they don't just worsen inequalities that already exist in education?
Yeah, you're bringing up some really important points. Like, even with the best intentions, technology can have unintended consequences.
Absolutely.
So I feel like the big takeaway here is that the future of education might not be robots versus humans, but like figuring out how they can work together.
Absolutely. It's a collaboration.
Yeah.
The future of education is being shaped right now. And it's a conversation we all need to be a part of.
So what do you think, after diving into this with us?
Yeah.
Do you think robots will ever fully replace teachers? Or is there a way for humans and robots to team up?
Right.
To create a better learning experience for everyone? It's definitely something to think about.
And that's it for this deep dive. Thanks for listening.